What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over reacting to Carlos' center tier list. Now, here's the deal. I have not gotten to my center tier list of recent yet, so I'm intrigued to see if Carlos' center tier list is good. And if it incentivizes me to speed through my tier list so I can do my own center tier list. But that's why we're here. That's what we're doing. Shout out to Carlo, man. Make sure to go to sub to his channel if for whatever reason you guys don't yet. Carlo, an entertaining guy. His tier list oftentimes not great. Let's get into it.
It's your boy Warlow back with another MyTeam video, and we are gonna rank the best centers in MyTeam. So these are my opinion. Remember that beforehand. This is my opinion, and if you disagree, I mean, you can disagree.
That's facts. These are our opinions, but oftentimes Carlo just trolls, and that's the difference. You can have an opinion, but don't troll.
Gotta be so mad about your disagreement, though. So we're gonna get started on the list. We're gonna rank Boogie. Honestly, I'll put Boogie in D tier. We gotta see how this list goes a little bit, but I just don't like Boogie in this game.
He's not very good.
I see some people run him. Maybe I'll move him up to C tier because maybe D might be too low. But I'm just like, I don't like Boogie's release. He can still stretch the floor out for you, but
that is true. That's it though.
Boogie in this game, really, I just don't. I don't think he's awful, but I just hate his release overall. Next up, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
At center, at this, he's got to be S.
And we're gonna rank Giannis. He's got to be probably at this stage at center. B tier. And I was watching JC's video. He ranked Ace Green over Giannis.
People have lost their mind. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. And I think JC is actually pretty knowledgeable about this game. But to rank AC Green over Giannis Antetokounmpo is insanity, borderline. And I know AC Green's good, and I know a lot of people would vouch for that card. But at the end of the day, AC Green's not as good as Giannis, or not as good as Giannis or Jaren Jackson Jr. So like, I don't even know what we're talking about. To have Giannis at B tier is horrible. And I know Giannis's three ball is low, but his release is so good. Or not even so good, but so easy to green. His player boot's fantastic. He can handle the ball. Yeah, I'm speechless.
Antetokounmpo, which is a bit crazy. Might be gassing it.
You have him at B tier. You have no right to talk about it being crazy if you have him at B tier. One step ahead of Boogie Cousins. I want to make that clear. He is one tier ahead of DeMarcus Cousins.
AC Green, but you might be gassing him up too much. But I like Giannis Antetokounmpo in B tier for center position.
This is absurd.
He's better at the floor anyways. But if you got Giannis at center, especially maybe you have some badges, maybe he'll be better. So I rank him at B tier. Next up on the list, we got Nene, probably D tier. Nene can get
He was fine early on in the year, though.
And still play defense. Still do his thing, but I just don't think he's particularly that great, really.
Not anymore.
So next up, Sabonis, D tier. I don't really like Sabonis.
This card stinks. And when he was out for free, people were gassing, Ty, you need to appreciate what we got. 2K, give us a free. No. I'm not going to appreciate 2K giving us a free Domantas Sabonis when the card's not good, okay? Like, card stinks. They gave him us for free for a reason.
Bonus release.
He stinks.
I mean, he's 6'9" center, though. Like,
he's not a 6'9" center, dude.
Undersized.
What are we talking about? Like, you can't make tier lists if you don't know the size of a guy. Sabonis has never once been 6'9" in his life. The thing about it is, one year he was 7'1". I'm pretty sure this year he's, 6'10" in game? But he is surely not 6'9". I promise you. If Domantas Sabonis, I'm literally looking up right now, if he's randomly 6'9", I owe you an apology, but no, he's 6'10". Again, you came at me a while ago, Carlo, because I rank cards that I'd never personally played with. You want me to play with 95 million cards, fine. But you don't even know how tall these cards are. So, like, what are we talking about?
Just like, what more can you go into Sabonis at this stage? I just don't know.
What are we talking about?
Chris Cayman. I don't mind Chris Cayman B tier.
He's at the same tier as Giannis, man. You have Chris Cayman at the same tier as Giannis. And I'm not even saying that Chris Cayman shouldn't be B tier, because I think he should. but having Giannis at B tier is blasphemy. It's horrible. It's dog water.
I don't mind Chris Cayman at center. I've seen some people use him. He bangs a couple shots. He's a little bit slower, but I don't mind Chris Cayman in this game. Chris Cayman is still a good center, and I don't think he's bad. I know someone mentioned him before, but Chris Cayman's, I played against him. He's not
I'm
bad.
mad. I'm mad.
Chamberlain up next. I was hearing a chat. I already put him in C tier. And I'm sorry. I was reading a comment section of a different chat. I forgot what.
I would honestly put Wilt at B tier and Giannis at S or A.
What one? Talking about Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt's still good.
Wilt Chamberlain is mid.
He's one of the best inside centers in the game. He's got 87 speed. Defensively, he's fantastic. He is not mid.
As heck. Like, he can't shoot the ball at this stage in the game. He came out season 1. He can still play, I mean, a little bit. If you use him, I mean, he can get the job done. He still has good stats.
He's a great inside
at this
big.
point in the
What
game, he's not better than a Chris Cayman. I would not take him over Chris Cayman or Giannis, who can pull up.
But I think Wilt's at the same tier as Chris Cayman, and I think that's fair.
Shoot it. And I think Cayman, what is Wilt's speed? I don't think, did Wilt get like 86 speed? I know Wilt's a lot faster. He has 89 speed. He's a lot faster than Cayman.
There's no way we're not hyping up Wilt. He's 7'1" with 89 speed. What are we talking about here?
But I feel like for what Cayman can stretch the floor, I think that offers more.
I think they're same tier,
in my opinion.
B tier.
So I'm ranking that in the C tier. Next up is Shaq. Like, I don't like Shaq in this game. I put him in D tier. I don't like Shaquille.
So you're telling me if you had to choose between DeMarcus Cousins and Shaquille O'Neal, you're choosing DeMarcus Cousins? Because I can tell you honestly, I'm not. I don't love Shaq, but I'm not taking DeMarcus Cousins.
O'Neal in this game.
I'm not.
I had Galaxy Opal Shaq ranked low. I just don't think Shaq's a good center in this game.
Shaq's not that good.
Like, I personally like Roy Hibbert, which we haven't got to, more than Shaquille O'Neal. So it's like,
Roy Hibbert with his 40 speed. No way we're
like more than Shaq.
And Roy's not the worst. I'm not gonna hate on Roy, but like, come on, man.
Rank them the same because I personally think, like, honestly, it's just Shaq is just so mediocre in this game. Until he can shoot the ball,
better than Domantas Sabonis.
He's gonna suck. Next up, we got Sabonis at center. I probably put him in C tier.
Oh my gosh! And again, you get mad at me. You get mad at me for not playing with cards, and yet you calling Pascal Siakam Sabonis.
Sabonis ain't bad at C tier. Like, I think he's on that like level. He's only 6'9", but I mean, hey,
I don't know why I put myself through this.
Because you're
I lose my mind.
You got an average center, I guess. Dwight Howard. I still put Diamond Dwight Howard in.
Okay, so you have an inside center in Dwight. You have an inside center in Wilt, and you have an inside center in Shaq. Honestly, I just throw them all at the same tier, and you think Dwight is B tier at the same tier, to be honest.
I probably put him in that C tier at this point because now you got the Galaxy old Dwight. I don't think this Diamond Dwight's a bad card.
Dwight is not
solid
better than
center.
Wilt, in my opinion.
I just feel like since there's other cards,
I don't care. He's not better than Wilt.
Is there a point to getting Dwight Howard? I just don't think so. And I like Dwight Howard. I do like his Diamond card. I just feel like there's better options now. Next up, we got Hakeem Noah. I rank Hakeem Noah in A tier. I like Hakeem Noah in this game.
Now look, I'm going to say this as simply as possible. Hakeem Noah is fine, but I would take Giannis over Hakeem Noah every day of the week, 9 times in a row.
Hakeem Noah can get the job done, can bang his open threes.
He's fine.
Maybe I'm gassing it a little bit, but I like Hakeem Noah in A tier. I don't see him.
He's better than Chris Cayman, so if that's what you're wanting to debate, he's better than Chris Cayman.
He's like a pink diamond Kareem in a way. But now I'm like,
Kareem is 7'2". Hakeem Noah is 6'10", 6'11"? I want to say he's 6'11", but let me look it up for us. Because so I got to talk about this now because he just said he's like Kareem. Hakeem Noah is 6'11" compared to Kareem at 7'2". Stop it.
Thinking about if I rank him in A tier, that means I have to rank. But he's better than Cayman though, so I'm keeping him in A tier. I don't care. We have to have more cards in A tier. We'll have more cards in A tier. So I like Noah in this game, so I'm ranking him in an A tier. Next is Sengun. I'm probably putting him at D tier at this stage.
Sengun can shoot. I honestly think Sengun's just as good as Boogie Cousins.
The badges. I don't think he's absolute garbage like F tier, but at this stage in the game, he just does not run. So next we got Moses Malone up next.
Moses is not bad.
Moses Malone is probably
better
on
at power
the C tier level with Siakam.
He's better at power
forward.
He's
all right. He can bang his open shots. I have like played against Amethyst Moses and he's decent, so I won't say he's a bad card. Like he is a solid center at this stage, but he only has 63, 6'10" center. He's all right. Like fine. I feel like he's on that Wilt Chamberlain Moses level. I think that's perfect for Moses Malone. Alex Scar up next. This card is actually good. I think he's okay.
He's fine. Let's not sit up here and gas Alex Sarr's 70 rebounding stats, though. You know, like, at the end of the day, this is what gets me a little irritated. And I don't think Alex Sarr is a horrible budget card. But when I was looking at him, I don't even know his exact rebounding stats, but I know he's not a good rebounder whatsoever. So, for example, if you play Alex Sarr against Wilt Chamberlain, you're going to get snagged on. I think C tier is fine for him, though. I'm not saying that that's a bad tier to put at him, but everybody wants to hype up this Alex Sarr card, and I'm saying, hold up a second.
On that C tier level, call me crazy for a budget card. I got to rank him on that level, too.
I think
he is a solid card. Actually, he's like 40K, so he's not really a budget card, but he is a really solid center. And I would rather have Alex Sarr. Like, I'm just looking. I can't put him in B tier because he's not better than any of it. But I think he's, like, really a high C tier. I think he's a really good Ruby card.
He is.
And I'm low-key think he should be a little higher, maybe, but I don't want to put him any higher.
If you put him at the same tier of Giannis, I promise you I will click off this video.
What he should be. So I'm going with C tier. Anthony Davis up next. I'll put him in D tier. I mean, you really struggle. Same with Embiid. It's like,
at this stage,
you really struggle. Not Embiid, but the Amethyst. It's like you're really struggling if you're using Anthony Davis at center. But
they're fine for starter cards.
I gotta rank it. Next, we got Greg Monroe. I'm probably just putting him in garbage tier. He can't shoot at
Timberwolves legend, but he's
stage. I mean, there's no reason to look at him. Just don't even look at Greg Monroe. We're not even gonna keep garbage on the list. We're just gonna keep him at the bottom where they belong. Next, we got DeAndre Ayton up next. DeAndre Ayton at this point B tier. DeAndre Ayton's good. Like I played against him. He gets the job done.
But when I say that's fine, it's not fine for him to be at the same tier as Giannis. It's fine for him to be at the same tier as Chris Cayman, though.
Bangs his free points. I mean, there's a difference. Really good in my team. He's expensive now, but he is a solid set. He's solid in my team overall. I like him, so I'm ranking him in
He's fine, though. B tier is probably
B tier. Right. Next, we got Roland. I think Roland's pretty D tier at this point. Stretches the
floor
good.
He was fine for a time.
At this stage in the game, that's about it. PJ Brown's an interesting one.
PJ Brown is good. He's better than JxmyHighroller, in my opinion. And honestly, if you want to talk about a card that's better than Giannis, maybe. But here's what I would do. I would have Giannis at, if Giannis was at A tier, I would have no issues with this list if PJ Brown's at A tier.
Well, I think I used him. I don't know if he's on the level of JxmyHighroller.
He is.
Like,
he is
I look like JxmyHighroller a little bit more than PJ Brown, so I'll probably go B tier for PJ Brown. Because I feel like my S and A tier I can't have on the same level, but I like PJ Brown. You need a center that can bang his over threes for the price tag.
You're throwing the tier list. You're throwing it.
I think he's a really solid if he's 90K coins. I think he's really good at that price tag. Any higher than that, I feel like it's overpriced. Andre Drummond. I'll go D tier for Andre Drummond.
Best rebounder of all time, according to Andre.
I think Andre Drummond still can provide defense for you, but he's a little outdated. Doesn't shoot the rocket. I don't think he's
not even
dog water, but I gotta rank him in at. D tier, so I'll go with that. Chet, I'll probably put in B tier. I like Chet. Chet has a.
Honestly, guys, Chet's a weird card. I feel like Chet's good, but he's a little bit outdated. I think B tier is probably right.
Do I think Chet is gonna dog?
Giannis deserves.
I don't know. This is when it gets harder a little bit. Like, do I want to put Chet in C? But I feel like Chet's
what?
Better than ever. I'm putting in B tier. I don't care. Chet is still hoop. If you got Chet on the court, you can just know that Giannis is probably high B, and he probably is on the verge of C. But I think he's better than Dwight Howard, Malone, all those cards. So I'm going Chet in
but
C
Giannis
tier.
and PJ Brown don't belong at B tier. They just don't.
I don't think he's any better than the cards. I'll probably go C tier.
I like.
He
Cat's
can still
not very
stretch
good.
the floor for you. So I know some people are gonna like that.
He's been hooping in real life.
At this point, just use Alex Sarr is better than Cat. But I feel like they're on similar levels. But that's my opinion. Miles Turner up next. I'm ranking him in at A tier. I like.
Now, I'll say it like this. Miles Turner is a good card in this game. PJ Brown is a much more complete card than Miles Turner. Giannis Antetokounmpo walks circles around Miles Turner. This is bad, Carlo. And I get it's your list, but this is bad. And Miles Turner's good. I might even have him at A tier, but this is bad.
Like Miles Turner as a card, he's a solid big man. That's a diamond card, and he will provide you defense as a good jumper. I like Miles Turner in this game overall, and I think he's a good center in this game. Theo Ratliff up next.
Ew.
I don't like Theo Ratliff. I pulled him. I exchange them for badges. That card absolutely stinks. I'm sorry. He's just not that good. No. AC Green at center. At center, I probably go.
I mean, the card's good though.
See, because he's in the same level as Siakam. Like, he can do his thing, but like,
hold up.
AC Green at center though. I mean, I just not liking it. I might have
Hold
to go,
up here.
I go C.
Hold up. Now let me talk about this for a second, because I don't know if I like this. AC Green's 6'9". So let's not act like, 6'9" and 6'8" are the same. He's 6'9". He's got a great jump shot. If you think Chris Cayman, and if you think on my court at the center position, I'd rather have Chris Cayman than AC Green, you've lost your mind. And I know I don't hype AC Green up that much, but that's just the facts behind the situation. Carlo, if you're going to say there's no difference between a guy that is 6'11", whoever you were talking about back then, and Kareem, who is 7'2", you can't say there's a big difference between 6'9" AC Green and Miles Turner. Just saying.
Not the 4, but I mean, he can stretch the floor.
He would be
undersized,
B
but he can
tier for
stretch
me.
the floor. Willis Reed up next.
A stud.
Willis Reed, Willis Reed. I think I gotta go.
No way. Willis Reed is A tier.
High B tier for AC Willis Reed. I don't think he's on that A tier level, but I think he's on a high B. But he's like I like him more than Giannis, but I just don't.
Why does Giannis get so slandered by Carlo? It just is blasphemy. Giannis is so good on this game.
I think he's better than Miles Turner or Hakeem. No, I just do not believe that. Jaren Jackson, S tier. I love Jaren Jackson.
Okay. Now, I love Jaren too. I honestly do think he's maybe an S tier center. But it's just tough for me because I still would rather have Giannis over Jaren at center probably. I don't know. I think it would be close. I think Jaren obviously offensively is better, but as far as defensively and getting rebounds, Giannis is better. I run them together. So, I mean, I don't know. Just having them 2 tiers apart doesn't feel right for me at all.
Card is so
if you want to have
good.
Giannis at A tier, Jaren at S tier, I don't care.
I just love Jaren Jackson in this game.
Jaren's a stud.
So I think he's
like
elite
it at
and
S tier.
solid. Jared Allen's up next. Since he's 6'9", he was 2 inches bigger before, and I just don't know how I feel about it. I'd probably go B tier, though.
All right, wait, whoa. So Jared Allen at 6'9" can be B tier, but all of a sudden, since AC Green is 6'9", he can't be B tier.
And Giannis, I just don't. I'm going to have to go C tier for Jared Allen.
Okay, there you go.
Just because it's a center and not power forward, I still think he's good.
I'm about to say,
I don't
what are we
think
doing?
He's better than PJ Brown or Giannis. We got to remember that, Willis Reed. So I got to go C tier with Jared Allen. I do like the card. I just don't think he's better than the other cards there. Rudy Gobert up next. I'd probably go B tier for Rudy Gobert. He can guard
Big
the paint.
Roo! I don't think he's even B tier. I don't think Rudy Gobert is very good. Having him at the same tier as Pink Diamond Giannis is crazy. But in real life, he's a GOAT.
Inside big. If you got an inside big, Rudy Gobert is a good inside big. Next up is Roy Hibbert. It's hard to rank this card. I like this card. I put him in C tier. I like Roy Hibbert.
He is so slow. But when I played with him in Triple Threat Park, he was a guy was using him and he was snagging. So
no one says. I know he has 47 speed, but I used him against the low seeds, and Roy Hibbert just beast. He has a big player model, really good. Hey, if you're on the lower seeds, I wouldn't mind using Roy Hibbert. The dude is a dog in this game, and I like them. So
I can't hate too much on Roy. He's fine.
C tier. Next up, we got Jack Sigma. I probably put him in S tier as well with Jack Sigma. I'm probably gonna have a short amount of cards in S.
And I love Jack Sigma too. I do. But I am just stunned at how you can have Willis Reed all the way down at B tier with Giannis and have Sigma and Jaren at S tier. I don't care if you have your preferences, but at least have them one apart. Put Willis Reed and Giannis and PJ Brown at A tier. I would really not complain about this tier list because Sigma is good. Jaren's good. I like those cards.
S tier, but Jack Sigma, elite jumper, big player model.
He's good. I have no
Jack
issue with
Sigma in this game, and he fits the meta of this game the most. So I would rank Jack Sigma.
But his speed is not nearly what Giannis's is.
DeAndre Jordan, garbage.
Yeah,
absolutely a garbage
He
can.
stinks.
He just absolutely sucks. Doesn't play in this
Not
game.
very good.
So I'm going with that. Artist Gilmore up next. It's hard.
Artist stinks, man. I do not care what people say. Like, he would be D tier for me. He stinks.
I'd probably go D tier, Artist Gilmore.
He stinks.
Like, he's just not that great. Like, unless you're doing this set, are you really trying to use Artist Gilmore? Let's be for real.
By the way, if you're watching these videos, please do not lock in sets, guys. That is the literal worst value you guys can do on this entire game. You lock in a set, you're going to get a Galaxy Opal that can't play. So,
real
just
quick.
telling you.
Like,
do not lock in sets.
Jermaine O'Neal up next.
Underrated.
C tier for Jermaine.
He's underrated.
Still bang shots, but like his release is
horrible, but the rest of the card is extremely good. I'd go B tier with Jermaine. He's underrated.
Low. He's okay. His animations aren't the greatest. I just rather have Siakam.
At center, Siakam is 6'8", Jermaine O'Neal is 6'11", and his player build's fantastic. It's tough to compare them. It is.
I'd rather have Siakam over Jermaine. I don't know. I think both of them in the same tier. Zion, I'm
losing my mind.
Zion.
I think I'm starting to get gray hair by watching
way
these
underside
tier
of center. Probably shouldn't even be on the center
Why
tier
is
list,
Zion
but
even
if we are,
here?
if
Why
you're a
is Zion
Zion
even
fan,
here?
I mean, he's in D tier. Next, we got Dirk Nowitzki. He's a fun card, so I put Dirk in C just cause.
Dirk is not bad, honestly. I think Dirk deserves B tier. I like Dirk.
But he's better than Cat.
Dirk is good.
I'm going low B for Dirk. Because Dirk is still fun. I still think Dirk is better than Cat at center. So it's like, I don't think Dirk is better than Willis Reed. He would have to be in like some B minus type retro.
The problem with this list is Willis Reed, Giannis, and PJ Brown deserve A tier. That's the problem with the list. Everything else about it is fine.
Stuff, because I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to like. Maybe need to make a list below it and have like a B minus. I mean, this is like.
Don't ruin it.
I don't know.
If Giannis, I promise you, if Giannis gets moved to whatever this dog water tier is, I'm off.
It's like tough with this. Like B minus and Rudy Gobert. Dirk will go right here, and DeAndre Ayton.
Chris Cayman.
Cayman can stay. Cayman can stay, and Chet. Yeah, we're using a B minus. Screw it. So we can divide this.
It's
better.
A little better. It's a little better.
Honestly,
slightly
it's crazy
better.
to have all of them. So honestly, I like this more. I think this B minus thing was perfect. So it was a good add-on.
Wasn't needed.
And I want to give myself an air 5 for this.
Okay. You could have just moved some cards up from B.
I did air 5. Okay, we got David Robinson up.
I'm not giving you an air 5.
I'd probably go B minus for D-Rob.
I know his release is not good, but what are we talking about? Chris Cayman over Pink Diamond D-Rob is blasphemy. I don't even know if y'all can see my face anymore because I'm just moving too much.
I don't mind D-Rob. I think his release is literally broken, but hey, that's just me. I think his release is. I still struggle with his release. I know other people have the same issue. I'm not alone, but he's all right. Next, we got Brad, and Brad Darnley is actually good. He can guard his own. So honestly,
Big Brad is good.
I like him at B minus right now.
The same tier as D-Rob is just blasphemy, though.
Brad is great. I do like him.
At the same tier as D-Rob.
I read at PJ Brown.
You have Rudy Gobert at the same tier as D-Rob. D-Rob's a better inside big than Rudy Gobert. Even if you think his release is broken. So, like, what are we talking about?
Still like Brad Daltley there, so I like him there. Joel Embiid up next. Let's see. Joel Embiid, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
What?
I probably will put him. Do I put him in A?
You're taking Miles Turner, and some people would, but I love the fact that Kareem's 7'2". He's tough to deal with, man.
I'm just gonna put him in A tier.
I think he is A tier. But
I
think Giannis is A tier, and Willis Reed is too.
I want to divide this so then y'all know who is better, but I'm putting Kareem in B tier. I like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I do. But I think Hakeem Noah's a tad bit better than Kareem.
Oh, yeah, that's who you compared to Kareem earlier, Joakim Noah, because you remember they're the same height.
Oh, I'm going with that. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is good, so I'm going with B tier for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't want to have so many cards in S tier. Next, we got Hakeem. I'm putting Hakeem in B tier as well, because
You're taking Miles Turner over Hakeem.
I feel like they're like the toughest of the bunch. But I think Noah and Miles Turner are better than both of them. That's just me. I think like I'd rather have them on the court. And I think for you, you'd rather have them on the court as well. So I don't mind this in B tier. Next up, we got Joel Embiid. I probably put him in. It's harder now. I'm putting him in A tier. Joel Embiid is elite. I like Joel Embiid.
So he's A tier, but Hakeem's somehow B tier.
This game a lot. I still think his jumper's on the slower end, but I like him more than the Kareem, Embiid, So honestly, I think he is decent in my team. Next, we got Evan Mobley up next, and I'll put him in B tier as well.
Mobley's
decent,
fine.
It's solid,
His jump shot
really
stinks,
good.
but
I just feel like it's releasing on the slower end, and slower releases do suck, do hinder cards. And Wemby probably needs a tier of his own, but he is the GOAT of GOATs, one of the best centers in the game.
Wemby is S
overall,
tier, for sure. One
of your best overall centers, absolutely elite.
There's no
David Robinson, I would go A tier for D-Rob. Even now, it's like D-Rob is still an A tier center. I
got a question, and you guys can help me out. Are y'all really taking Jack Sigma over Galaxy Opal D-Rob? Like, is that really what we're doing? And I'm not saying D-Rob is perfect, because honestly, when I used the Pink Diamond D-Rob, I really didn't like the card. But he's a Galaxy Opal with 15 Hall of Famers, and even defensively by himself, like, he's a stud. There's no way we don't like David Robinson in this game, right? Like, is it just me? Y'all let me know, because it might just be me.
Don't think he's on that S tier level. I feel like he's inconsistent sometimes. And you can disagree with me on the D-Rob.
It might be me.
I just don't think D-Rob is better than Jaren Jackson. I will stand on it. I still think I played more days than Jaren Jackson.
Now, I will say, you say you played more days? What does that even mean? Is he trying to slander us like he's played the game more than us, so he knows more than us? Okay, here's the deal, though. Yes, Jaren offensively probably is the better option. But defense matters too. And D-Rob is 7'1" compared to Jaren at 6'11". And so those type of things matter at the end of the day. Like, sure, his release might not be as good, but he's taller, he's longer, he's lengthier, and he's better badge-wise. Jaren's tough to beat badge-wise, but that Opal D-Rob is better badge-wise too. So.
Still outperforms D-Rob. My opinion, though. Kevin Garnett.
He's fine.
I go B tier for KG. KG's release is good. It's just very slow. Just remember, the B tier list can all play. Like the B tier to B minus.
It just pains me that you have Giannis and Kareem and Hakeem at the same tier as Chris Cayman. I mean,
even the C, honestly, are all really good in this game. So just remember that. Mutombo up next. I don't know why I see Donovan Mitchell. Mutombo up next. I probably will go B tier.
I'm about to say, you go A tier, I will click off this so fast. Mutombo is fine, but he just can't shoot at all. Like, I don't hate Mutombo. As far as an inside big, he's one of the best inside bigs in the game. But he literally just can't shoot at all.
I don't think he's better than Embiid, Miles Turner, Noah. I don't think he's better than any of them, but I like it, so I'm honestly going to go with Mutombo in there. If he could shoot a 3, he'd be A tier.
See, that's the problem. I remember, like, day one, what was it, in 21, 22, when we got that Diamond Mutombo that had a glitch 3-ball that was 80-some? That was crazy days.
I think I would rather have them over.
I mean, it's not anything worse than us getting the best small forward still into this day, mid-December, day one in LeBron James.
Yeah, but I do like Mutombo as a card. If you like your inside bigs, he will be great. Dolph has one of the worst jump shots in the game. Nobody's going to use him. Absolutely garbage can. Zach Rudolph up next. I probably would go.
Rudolph? Holy cow. Zach Rudolph? Man, I'm off this, man. I promise you, I'm not listening to another word. That's wrapping it up. At the end of the day, Giannis, Hakeem, and Kareem, Willis Reed, PJ Brown, they don't deserve to be a B tier. They don't. I don't care what his explanation is. They do not deserve to be a B tier. That's going to wrap it up. Stay tuned, because soon is coming my center tier list. That's going to walk circles around this one. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.